In this quick video, I want to show you the differences between some of the most popular AI pin generators. So the idea is very simple. I'm going to use the same prompt and I'm going to use it in Seedream 4, Imagen 4 Fast, Ideogram V3 Turbo and Recraft as well. These are some of the most popular ones. Obviously, there are more different image creators as well, but these seem to be the best. Personally, I am using Ideogram on a daily basis, but I know that these other models also can generate very good looking pins. So let's just see the differences. Let's see what we can get. For the record, if you want to get access to all of these models, and it's not only Seedream, Google Imagen and Ideogram, there is also Qwen, Flux, Luma, Photon, Flash, lots of different AI image generators, Nano Banana, Hanyan, some Chinese AI, basically every AI image generator that there is, you can use it here on replicate.com. The way it works, you basically pay for the image. So if you generate one image with Seedream as an example, it's going to cost you 3 cents. So you don't have to pay for any subscriptions, you just pay for the amount of images that you actually create, which is pretty useful and pretty cool. Okay, so we are going to start with Seedream 4. Let's choose the aspect ratio to 9:16 and let's paste the prompt here. It's going to be a viral Pinterest pin. This Pinterest pin presents a simple yet appetizing piece of chocolate cake. Text overlay, the best chocolate cake ever, in bold, white, groovy font. This Pinterest pin is indulgent and highly clickable. So let's generate the image and let's see what we can get. So that's the image that we just generated with Seedream 4, the best chocolate cake ever. Looks very nice. In my opinion, it's a good looking pin, although the font here could be a little bit bigger. But overall, I think it's a good pin. It could do very well on Pinterest and it costed me only 3 cents. Now let's grab the same prompt and use it in Google Imagen 4 Fast. 2 cents per image. Let's select the aspect ratio, 9:16, just like before. Let's hit run. I feel like Google Imagen is a bit faster because it took 7 seconds to generate a pin. In Seedream, here it was like 3 seconds. The best chocolate cake ever. I don't know what kind of stuff is that, but it's a pretty good looking picture anyway, apart from that thing right here. I feel like the quality is very similar to the pin that we just generated with Seedream, but I don't know, which one do you like more? Do you prefer that font or that font? I don't know, I feel like this image is better, but that one was only 2 cents instead of 3 cents. Okay, let's do Ideogram this time. So let's paste the prompt. Let's choose 9:16, click run, and let's see what we can get with Ideogram V3 Turbo. I feel like this pin could do very well on Pinterest because the text is very big, very easy to read, and out of my experience, that kind of pin can honestly do very well. It can potentially go viral. So I feel like so far this is the best looking pin in my opinion. I would personally use it on one of my accounts. But let's also see what we can do with Recraft. So this is Recraft, 4 cents per output image. So this is the most expensive one out of the ones that we are currently testing. Let's choose 9:16. Let's click run and let's see what we can get this time with Recraft V3. Okay, so we can clearly see that the one created with Recraft is a little bit different. It's a different kind of image, different kinds of fonts. It's good looking in my opinion. It can work too, but it seems a little bit blurry. I'm not sure if you can see it here, but I feel like it's not sharp enough. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but overall it's a good looking image. I feel like it could do very well on Pinterest. So just a quick reminder, that was Seedream 4, that was Google Imagen, that was Ideogram V3, and that was Recraft. Let me know in the comments which one do you think looks best. But of course, that was just one example and one prompt for the food niche. So let's try something different, maybe the travel niche. I have a prompt here about 22 things to do in Paris, and it's going to be 4 photos with text in the middle, ideally. So let's see what we can get with Seedream 4 in case we are running a travel niche site. What I like about Seedream is the fact that you can select the size and you can actually choose the 4K resolution. That's the pin that we just created. It's not exactly something that I wanted to create because it looks very blurry and I feel like it's just not good enough. I don't know why it happened just like that. But this is what we have. I paid 3 cents just for that image, which is not that good in my opinion. But anyway, that was Seedream 4. Let's go to Google Imagen. So that's Google Imagen. Let's click run. Let's wait a few seconds and let's see what we can get this time. Just 4 seconds and that's what we have. 22 things to do in Paris. I feel like it's very good looking, a little bit basic, but I feel like it could definitely do very well on Pinterest. Now let's try Ideogram, which in my opinion is the best one to actually do this kind of stuff. So let's see what we can have. 22 things to do in Paris. I feel like it's very clear. It looks like AI a little bit, maybe not a little bit. It definitely looks like AI, but it definitely is eye-catching. The font here is pretty good, very easy to read. So probably this is something that I would post on one of my accounts. But who knows, maybe Recraft V3 will surprise us. So let's try Recraft, 4 cents per output image. Let's see what we can get with Recraft. Okay, so that's our pin. Text here, the font here is pretty basic. It's not exactly something that I wanted. The Eiffel Tower looks weird, definitely looks like AI, and face of that woman looks a little weird, and honestly it's not something that I would personally post on one of my Pinterest accounts. And you know, maybe it's because of the prompt. Each model reacts differently to specific prompts. So maybe if we would create a bit more detailed or less detailed prompt, Recraft would do much better. Who knows? It requires a little bit more testing. But just for the record, that pin was created with Seedream 4. That one was created with Google Imagen. That one was created with Ideogram. And that one was created with Recraft V3. And let's just try it again with a completely different prompt. That prompt is going to be about cats, and there will be 2 images of cats, one laying on the sofa and one sniffing a cat bowl. We want text that says 10 facts about Siamese cats in bold white modern font on a light blue background. So let's see what we can get with Seedream 4. And obviously we are going to see other models as well. I don't know what happened with Seedream, but the quality here is a bit disappointing because it looks distorted. The resolution here is not exactly as it's supposed to be, but overall it's okay. It's not something that I would post, but anyway, that's Seedream 4. Let's try Google Imagen 4. Let's see what we can get. In the meantime, let's generate images with Ideogram and Recraft as well. As you can see, the one by Google was just created, 10 facts about Siamese cats. Well, it definitely didn't work as expected. So even though we paid 2 cents, that image is not gonna work because the text here is broken. So many different weird images. It's not something that we actually want. So Google Imagen 4 Fast was a little bit disappointing in this case. That's the one generated by Ideogram. It's not the best, but at least it's better than the one generated by Google. And I feel like it's also better than the one generated by Seedream. So that's probably the best one so far. But when it comes to Recraft, we have 10 facts about Siamese cats. That cat looks a little bit weird, and these fonts are a bit weird as well. So I'm not sure if I would post something like that on my account. So after testing a lot of different tools, in my opinion, Ideogram is the best one for creating AI pins. Obviously, there are a lot of different Ideogram models because instead of V3, you can also use V2, which is also very realistic. But the problem is that if you are using V2, especially with Replicate, it's going to cost you like 5 or 6 cents per output image. So V3 Turbo is actually the most cost-effective option. If you want to experiment with these models, just go to replicate.com, go to Explore, click on Image Models, and then you will have access to all of these different AI image generators: Seedream, Google Imagen, Ideogram V3, Qwen Image, Flux, and so many different other AI image generators. Let me know in the comments down below which one do you think is best, and of course I want to invite you to my private community called PinLions. As of today we have more than 150 members and everyone is doing the same thing. Everyone is growing on Pinterest. So if you want to surround yourself with people who are doing Pinterest marketing on a daily basis, join the community. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching this quick video. Hopefully it was helpful, and if it was, consider subscribing to this channel. See you next time.